guys, how are you doing? Filming is a process. No one shows you the time when you're busy powdering your face because you're shining and you've been filming for hours and you just don't want to look like a grease ball. Yeah, today I'm kind of trying to vlog. Well, not really vlogging because I'm not like showing you my environment, but yeah, still I think in today's video I want us to talk about my YouTube process, and basically I don't want this to be very structured or heavy, so I'll even grab a water because my videos I feel like they're very official, they're very like structured, and like I edit out most parts and stuff like that. But I wanted to just share my strategy on YouTube for this year. I've never been somebody who's really like focused on YouTube or who's been like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be the biggest YouTuber, I want to make videos. I've never been like that person. I really do appreciate the process of like making YouTube videos, but yeah, it ends there. And I think my trajectory can even show because I have been that kind of person who fluctuates. You know, sometimes I post 2 videos, sometimes I post 1 video, and over time like life happens, guys. I have a full-time job, so YouTube is not like the only thing that I do, but over time I think I've grown to love the process, and I would want to know like what would happen if I give it my all, you know, like what would happen if I actually invest in this process. And I have been somebody who like half-asses things, and then later I'm wondering, okay, what if I gave my all in that thing? Like what if I actually tried my best in that one thing? What would happen? So currently I'm trying to upload I think 2 videos a week. That's the thing. I'm trying to upload 2 videos every week, and it's not really working. So so far I've been uploading 1. I feel like 1 is better than trying to commit to 2, breaking your back, trying to like work hard. So I feel like 1 is better. I think I can share my process with you, what I use to film and how I film, and yeah, we can take it from there. So my process is that I have an Excel spreadsheet, which if you want I can actually share it, where I plan all my content. I really love to share stuff on social media. I love to share stuff about working online, digital marketing. I'm very active on Twitter actually, if in case you didn't know. I even shared a video about how I grew on Twitter to 10k, which I think that video was amazing. It showed my process and everything that I do on Twitter. I love Twitter a lot, and I use it to really connect with people, get amazing content. So when it comes to my social media, there's like a method to the madness. I rely on systems. I cannot not rely on systems because I will go nuts. So for YouTube, I have that Excel spreadsheet which talks about what am I talking about this month. I have a monthly spreadsheet which just has topics. So I can say like this month I'm focusing on how to pitch for jobs. Next month I'm talking about like how to monetize your blogging, for example. And all these things, there's a method to the madness. So I try to plan my content in the month, and I make sure like everything through the year is like flowing. Sometimes it's disjointed a bit, but at least I try, or I am trying. So when it comes to, let's say this month has been my collab month, you can see I've been collaborating with people, and I'll be doing this for like the 2nd quarter. So I'll be collaborating with different creators, talking about other aspects on my topics that I want. So what we do is when we talk with these creators, we decide, okay, Jane, what do you want for your channel? I tell them, okay, I'm thinking because you're knowledgeable on this and this. For example, for the lady who I brought called Aswani, I really wanted her to talk about pitching for jobs because that was a topic that I was speaking about, and she got to film the video, and we had timelines, and she filmed it and I did something for her channel depending on her content schedule. So that's one way. And then I also plan my everyday like content on a site called Trello. Trello is one of the best things. In fact, these guys should I be as their brand ambassador because I really love that platform. I used to use Evernote, I still do, but I think Trello is more process based. It can help you put down your life there. Actually, my whole life is on Trello. So Trello has different boards. They're like notice boards. So for example, you can I have a board on my 9 to 5 work. I also have a board on my life, which is diet, what I eat, what I do, shopping lists, workouts, blah blah blah. So you can also share your creative life on Trello. So I have different boards on different aspects of my life. When it comes to my creativity, I have a board on YouTube alone. So this is where I share video ideas. If let's say I get a video idea when I'm walking somewhere, or when I watch a video and I'm like, wow, I could do something like this in my own style, I note it down there. And the best thing about Trello, you can access it across devices. So for example, if I am writing something on my laptop on Trello, I can be able to access it on my phone. So even if I'm in a matatu somewhere, or if I'm outside, I can be able to note things down on Trello. So that's one way that I do it. And then I use one piece of content on YouTube and then populate it among the other websites, among the other social media sites. So if on YouTube, let's say I'm talking about pitching for online jobs, I will share the same content on Twitter, but now on Twitter I'll share it as a threads, as snippets, as small videos like that. So I use one piece of content and populate it among my other social media sites. So that's how I plan my content. When it comes to filming, my filming process is very easy. I do not use a script. I feel like I'm very well spoken. It's something that I've picked up over the years. When I started, my first videos used to be annoying and slow and not natural, but over time I think I've relaxed and I've learned that it's okay to make mistakes. I just want to talk to you the way I would talk to a friend. It's that easy, it's not complicated. So what I do is I have a book. In fact, let me grab that book that I use. Yeah, so this book here is like my everything. I got it like at a trade fair that I had attended, and you can even see some things here. I don't know whether you can see. Some things here are ticked, others are like done, whatever. So what I do is when I have a video ideas, my style of videos is I have an intro, I have like 10 points, and then a conclusion. So it's just like an essay. You know how we used to do essays in school? You have an intro, 4 body text or whatever, body text with small body paragraphs, and then a conclusion. So that's how I do my videos. So I do an intro, text, not text, but points, and then conclusion, and then a sign off. So that's how I do it. And this book has so many video ideas of things that I think that I could do. For example, here I'm talking about Upwork best practices. That's a video I did last year, which I can link here. And then for example, the upcoming videos I want to do is like on how to use Zoom, how to use PayPal with M-Pesa, how to use WordPress, e-commerce. All those are like video ideas I think, and I've seen like could make sense now. I have one on regrets for my 20s. I have another one on side hustles. I have another one on ego versus impact. Like these are videos that I haven't produced, but I think I could produce. So I have this book to sort of help me with brainstorming, and then I have Trello to help me with brainstorming, and then the actual points I will note them down here, because you could have an idea, but when it comes to putting it down, it doesn't make sense. And when it comes to filming, my setup is very basic. So I have this camera. I will put a screenshot of the camera I'm using. It's a Canon Rebel T5. It's one of those old cameras but it's amazing. This camera has served me from 2015, and it has really, really helped me. Apart from that, I also got myself this G7X, which is the best. It's just an amazing camera. I love this camera. So I got this camera as a gift for myself, but unfortunately, if you know me or if you read about it, it fell down and it completely spoiled. So after this camera fell down, I just wasn't inspired to create videos anymore. Like this camera, it was really nice because I could just do this, hi guys, and then it could auto enhance itself. I don't even know whether that's the correct term. I didn't want to learn photography. I didn't want to learn about ISO and aperture and stuff like that. That's what I'm actually learning right now. I even have a course I'm doing on photography. But when I was buying this camera, I was tired of all the technical jargon. I was tired of like setting up my camera, and then after some time I'm blurry, and I've still not figured it out, but I just wanted something small. So when this camera broke, like my heart broke with it. I remember when I went on my 30th birthday to Lamu, I was filming myself, and I set this camera somewhere on a rooftop, and I could see, oh my god, this camera is gonna fall, Jean. This camera is going to fall, definitely. But I was like, it won't fall. So I kept it there, and I'm for sure it fell 2 meters down, shattered everything. In fact, I was trying to like do open heart surgery on it the other day, but I realized there's like a small wire that broke that I can't find anywhere. I just have to buy it on Amazon, and I'm wondering, do I really want the like to repair it, or do I want to buy a new camera, because even the screws are gone. If you've had a G7X, you know how crazy that is. So that's my filming setup. However, I'm realizing that my video quality hasn't been the best. Oh, sorry. Another thing I forgot to share is I also have a small mic. I'm not using it today because I'm filming in the house and there's not much ambient noise. But I have one sound thing that I bought online on Amazon. I will link it down below on the link that you can get to purchase it, and it's amazing. I just fix it here and I use it. So that's my main setup. I don't have a complicated setup. I don't have a studio, and I also do not have I haven't thought of YouTube seriously, so I hadn't set up a place in my house to like be doing vlogs and stuff like that. So that's my setup. When it comes to my strategy, guys, I would love to document my life. I'm a very private person, especially, it's funny, ironic coming from somebody who's on YouTube, but I don't like to show my space. I don't like to show my people or my family. I know sometimes it comes with the territory of YouTube, but I know you can still be private without showcasing so many things. So my strategy is I want to continue giving this sort of content about working online, about professionalism, about wine and drink, sometimes travel, if we can resume travel. I want to do more impactful videos. Like, I believe there is a lot of lifestyle content out there and people are doing amazing, but maybe I don't have that ideal life that I want to show you about. In fact, my life is chaos right now. You should see what is behind this camera. My living room is a mess because I was unpacking. Yeah, even my camera has decided, you know what, June, we are tired. We are very tired. So I'm even thinking of getting more gear, like getting lights. I'm thinking of getting some really good lights so that I can be able to do my content well. I want to create a studio space or just a beautiful space. So if you have ideas on where I can get good lights for YouTube, just let me know. But I've seen this lady on YouTube called Kelechi, and she does really amazing videos, and I think I want a set like hers. Not necessarily like that because I'm not in the beauty influencer space, but I want a clean background. And I feel like now everybody paints their walls white. My wall is basically is that cream color, you know, the way houses come, that landlord cream color. And I'm thinking of what visuals will really represent me, guys. That's like my current strategy. When it comes to my goals, of course I want to grow this channel. I want to see what would happen if I give it my all, what would happen if I really apply myself. I'm that person who, when I decide to do something, I'll go all the way. So I really want to commit to YouTube. I want to hopefully bring you more content. Hopefully when we can be outdoors, I can vlog. I love vlogging outdoors. I don't like vlogging in my house, but I like vlogging outdoors, and I believe there's so much content. In fact, I do have travel videos of Zanzibar. I have a travel video of Germany, South Africa, Kenya. I have so many nice videos that I could share with you. So I feel like I could also vlog. It doesn't always have to be in the house doing serious content on business and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my strategy to grow. I really want to get monetized, guys. If I could share my current statistics, I am on 3,000 hours watch time and I need 4,000 hours watch time. No, I am on 3,200 hours watch time per year, per the last year. They usually measure per the last year, and I need 4,000 hours to get monetized, guys. I've always been like almost reaching 4,000, and then the year passes and something happens. One of my biggest well-performing videos, which is of the 20,000 views, I think that's a win in my opinion. People have more, but in my opinion that's a win. I have a video that has 20k views, but that video is a year and more old, so it can't be liable for me to be, it can't be used in the metrics that they use for me to be monetized, so they won't count that video. So I have to create more content, more and more content. So that's a lot, guys. I'm also thinking of increasing my videos to 2 videos a week. Let me know if you want to see that. I also want to relax, like not only do floating head videos, hopefully incorporate more things. And I'm thinking of how can I do that without, you know, without being public or without sharing so much. I don't know whether it makes sense, but yeah, that's another thing I'm thinking about. Yeah, and I think that's all, and I really hope to grow. Share my video with friends. If you know anyone who would be happy with this video, share it with them. Let's get me to 4,000 hours watch time. And another thing I'm trying to do is also grow my course. I have a course on blogging, I have another one on side hustles, I have another one on digital marketing. So I'm really looking forward to growing. And let me grab some lunch, and I'll come back and we can speak some more. It's so bloody hot out there. Oh my god. I've gone to the supermarket to grab a few things. I've just warmed some food. I'm having some rice. This was a curry and a rice, but I just hit them together, and I'm about to take in an avocado and some lemon juice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I hope you like today's style of video. I just hope maybe we can continue doing these sorts of videos. Maybe I'll be able to sort of show you another different side of me. And as I'm figuring my thing out, let me know what you'd like to see from me on YouTube. Do you like more education style videos? Do you like a mix between the two, or do you like more vlogs, home kind of vlogs? In as much as I won't do home vlogs, I can do maybe different sorts of vlogs. Yeah. Anyway, guys, you can tell I'm tired. I've been walking. I went for a grocery run. I went through the aisles. Sometimes I find it therapeutic, and I miss that, obviously with a lot of caution. So ladies, are you finding it hard to wear masks with your makeup on? Because that's just laughable. You should see my mask. Like, it has a smudge of lipstick and foundation. I don't even know why I was applying makeup, maybe to film, but yeah, it's hilarious. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching this video. Until the next one, bye.